All right, welcome back. I'm so grateful that you are here. And today we are going to be talking about the biblical view of rest and sleep. And I actually said a prayer before I turned on this recording. So just know that I did pray that the Spirit will be here and that we can learn and grow together. Okay. The biblical view of rest and sleep. Yeah, I am delighted to have you join me today as we explore these insights from the Bible. I think many people just blow off sleep and rest as being just something that is unnecessary or something that isn't godly. And I hopefully will be able to let you know that it is godly. My name is Anita Norris, and welcome to Anita Life, our 100 days to reclaim your health. Sleep is certainly a part of that. And I was really curious to see and know how much sleep was presented in the Bible. So I put this together so that now you can know that it isn't just a waste of time, that it's something that God set up for us to be healthy. Let's go on. Let's see. What can we find? Balance, rejuvenation, and practical wisdom for our everyday lives because of sleep. Well, let's just start off with the importance of rest. In the Bible, we see that God Himself set aside a day for rest, and that's for most Christians is on Sunday. For some for my Jewish friends, that could be on Saturday. There are some Christian sects that practice that on Saturday as well. I think I'm not for sure about that, but it's important. It's the Sabbath. It's a time to be able to focus on our Savior. It's a time to I'm not going to say withdraw from the world, but maybe step back a little so that we can turn our focus and our time and our energy to worshiping and our Savior, to be able to uplift and edify one another, and to be able to, went right out my head. A day of rest. But it's not only a spiritual practice, it's also a practical necessity, actually, to avoid burnout and maintain productivity. We're a society that just thrives on go, go, go. And it seems like you get greater respect from people if you're able to say, oh, well, I only get 4 to 6 hours of sleep a night and I do great. You don't. I mean, you just don't. But that's all right. Maybe today I'll be able to help you recognize that it's okay to get more sleep. So we can learn from the example set by God as He set a day aside to rest, that we can find practical ways to incorporate that rest as well into our busy lives. It's also important to find balance, because that's really a key to rest and sleep. And the Bible actually offers practical advice on managing our time wisely and avoiding overexertion. Where is this? It's in Proverbs 16:3, where it reminds us to commit our plans to the Lord. Let Him know what we're doing so that He can be there to help us. But it also includes scheduling periods of rest and self-care into our daily routines. I believe that He wants that. He wants us to be able to find a balance between work, rest, and personal responsibilities, because that is when we can enhance our overall well-being. Rest is well-being. Also in the Bible, it acknowledges the importance of sleep as a gift from God in our lives. And that's found in Psalm 127:2. It says, "It is in vain that you rise up early and go late to rest, eating the bread of anxious toil. for he gives to his beloved sleep. I am one of his beloved, and he gives that gift to me of sleep. I don't need to rise up earlier than is needful and go to bed later than is required, and eating the bread of anxious toil. That means working yourself into a frenzy. He doesn't want us to make our lives so busy, one, that we don't have room for him in our lives, but two, that we get this anxiety over how much we're doing. That's not restful. That is not care. That is not caring for ourselves. So prioritizing adequate and quality sleep is really is a practical step towards taking care of ourselves and promoting optimal physical and mental health. That sleep allows us to promote optimal physical and mental health. That's where we won't be eating the bread of anxious toil. That just sounds horrible to me. It's like fingernails on a chalkboard. But another thing that we get from sleep is we get a better way to dealing with our worries and our anxieties, because those can really actually disrupt our sleep a lot. But the Bible does give us practical guidance on dealing with them. In Philippians 4, 6 and 7, we're advised to cast our anxieties on God and experience his peace. And what great joy can come with that. Being able to talk with God, share what those anxieties are, give them to him to hold on to mull over, to work out, and he can have them and we can sleep. So how do we do that? We can do that, one, through prayer, a nightly prayer. We can do that through having that bedtime routine. Bedtime routines are awesome. We can add a practice of relaxation techniques. We can also write in journals, is another way to get them out, hand them to God, and let him carry them so that we can find restful sleep despite our worries, right? We don't always have to hang on to them. And I know that there are times, because I've experienced this, where things are heavy and you just don't feel like there's anyone there, that there's any hope, and it's a dark place. And if you're there, if that's what's going on in your life, I'm sorry. And these things that I might be talking about might feel less than. But I want you to know that our Savior is there and he is listening, and he will carry that load when you hand it to him. But you can't hand it to him and then go to grab it back. And I've done that. I'm like, oh no, here, take my, oh no, I'll just hold on to that. And then the sleep doesn't. But another thing about sleep that we learn is that dreams, and we can get divine guidance from the dreams. They actually played a significant role in the Bible as a means of divine communication, with a way to break through. And how do we know? Well, keeping a dream journal and reflecting on our dreams and our worries together can provide those practical insights and solutions to what are our everyday challenges. And then by paying attention to our dreams, we can tap into that source of practical wisdom and gain some clarity on our lives if that is what we are searching for. I am not saying that every dream has a purpose of divine guidance. I'm not saying that at all. I am saying that only you will know whether it's divine guidance or not. And that is something that you can then take to the Lord to know what is real and what is, just your mind processing things. So, how do we apply these practical insights from the Bible into our modern lives? Well, number one, we have to learn to prioritize sleep as an essential component of our well-being. And we do that through healthy sleep habits by creating a restful sleep environment and setting boundaries between work and personal life. You can't bring your work home and take it to bed with you. That sounds horrible. I don't mean it like that. And if this is something that you do struggle with, I do have a 1-month challenge, and it's free, and it's going to be going live in, I believe, the middle of July. That's next month, the middle of July. So it's a month away. I'm getting it set up now to help you be able to implement some things that will help you get good sleep. So stick with me as we get through these 100 days, and that I'll be putting links out to get into the challenge for sleep, improving sleep, getting better sleep, making it more productive, and to be able to reduce stress. Biblical principles of rest and sleep. As we honor those, we can enhance and live more fulfilling lives. I believe that 100%. Okay, remember, taking care of ourselves is not just a spiritual practice. It's actually a practical investment in our overall well-being. And I hope that you'll be able to make the adjustments necessary to get better sleep and to prioritize that. So thank you for being here today. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll be checking those every day and helping you if this is where you tend to get stuck, is with sleep. Reminder that I'll be back again tomorrow, again with 100 days to reclaim your health, and we will be going in depth in meta power and the beauty that doTERRA has provided us with that. Okay, we'll see you again tomorrow. Let me get here and